In a city where neon lights flickered like dying stars, there lived a young man named Jung-Do. He was swift as the wind and strong as an ox, trained in the ancient arts of battle. Yet, for all his strength, Jung-Do was just a simple delivery boy, racing through the streets on his motorbike, balancing bags of golden fried chicken. But fate had other plans for him. One night, after making his final delivery, he heard a scream. A man, a beast in disguise, was attacking a probation officer, Min-jo, in the cold alleyway behind a row of shuttered shops. Without thinking, Jung-Do leapt into the fray. His fists and feet moved like thunder, striking with the precision of a master. The monster crumbled, writhing on the ground. The city took notice. "You could do more than just deliver chicken," said Kim Sunmin, a man with sharp eyes and an even sharper sense of justice. "Come with me, and we'll hunt the beasts together." And so, Jung-Do joined the martial arts officers, warriors sworn to keep the darkness at bay. He fought side by side with Sunmin, who became more than just a mentor, he became a brother. Together, they chased the shadows, catching those who thought they could run forever. But some shadows are deeper than others. A creature far worse than any they had faced was about to be set loose. His name was Kang Ki-young, and he had spent years locked away in a cage of iron, but the law had set him free. They called him a man, but he was something far more foul. The city held its breath as he walked its streets once more. Jung-Do and Sunmin were given one task: watch him. Never let him out of their sight. But monsters do not slumber. Ki-young slithered back into the darkness, finding his old ally Han Byung-soon, a creature just as vile, and Kim Min-wook, a shadowy figure who lurked in the depths of the internet, selling nightmares to the highest bidder. Together, they plotted their return to horror. Then, one night, a little girl went missing. Jung-Do, Sunmin, and Min-jo chased after the clues, splitting up in their desperation. But they had been tricked. The monsters had laid a trap. The night was painted red. Min-jo was the first to fall, his blood pooling beneath him like ink spilled upon the pavement. Sunmin fought, but the blade was too quick. He fell, clutching his throat as the darkness swallowed him. Jung-Do barely escaped. Alone, bleeding and broken, he dragged himself toward the last place the monsters were seen. A crumbling apartment building, its windows like hollowed-out eyes, waiting. Inside, in the basement where light never reached, the girl trembled in the dark. Jung-Do found them there, Ki-young and Byung-soon, waiting for him. The battle was fierce, but the beast was stronger than Jung-Do had imagined. Blow after blow, pain crashed through his body like waves against the shore. He fell, breath ragged, the room spinning around him. Ki-young smiled. Then, like smoke, he was gone. But the girl, she was safe. Jung-Do lay in the hospital beside Sunmin, staring at the ceiling, rage boiling inside him. The monsters were still out there. And so, he did what no one else dared. He called upon his friends, the ones who once fought only in the realm of games and screens. But tonight, the battle was real. Together, they followed the monster's trail. They tracked the whispers, the hidden transactions, until they found Kim Min-wook, the one who had fed the beasts. Terrified, he gave them what they needed, a single debit card, the key to the monster's hiding place. The hunt ended in a restaurant reeking of grease and old blood. The final battle was chaos. Chairs shattered, tables overturned. Jung-Do's fists met flesh, breaking bones and silencing screams. Byung-soon fell first, crumbling like a rotted tree. Then, only Ki-young remained. Jung-Do faced him, the room spinning with rage and exhaustion. It was no longer a fight. It was a reckoning. The monster begged. Jung-Do did not listen. And when the city awoke, the nightmare had ended. The streets whispered his name, the young warrior who had stood against the darkness and won. Sunmin returned to his side, scarred but alive. Together, they walked once more into the streets, because even though this story had ended, they both knew one truth: monsters will always return. And Jung-Do would be waiting.